morning. Welcome to Apoca seminars. One of the biggest conundrums in talking about the power of now is the whole, what is it? One of the biggest clients that I've worked with so far in the nature of this we talked about not pushing, non-striving, not trying to make things happen, simply setting the intention of what it is that you'd like to happen and leaving it alone. And my client said, but does that, I don't take action. Do I not take action? Do not take anything, do not make anything happen. And I said, no, take no action, take no action, take no action. The client is saying, oh, I need to take, what do I do? What do I do to make it happen? What do I do to make it happen? And it took a long time because the client was propelled by the mind who felt it needed to go ahead and create stuff and make stuff happen. But in fact, it's our subconscious that makes things happen. And our minds go forward into the future, into some imagined idea of what might happen, what might not happen, or what needs to be done. And it reacts in the present based on what it thinks needs to be done in the future. Whereas if you've put something into your subconscious and put it in a way that it's in a pure, complete way, and it's met the subconscious in that space, so it's there. The subconscious is moving forward and moving. This is where the hare and the tortoise comes in, where the tortoise gets there in the same way the hare gets there. The hare is haring on ahead. The tortoise is moving. So gradually he began to bring himself more into the present. Into the present moment. And that was very, very difficult, because for the most part, the present moment is very difficult for most people. When you bring someone into the present moment through a number of different exercises, they actually jump out of it. It's too uncomfortable, it's too much, because what happens is it opens up their inner being, and too much stuff that's been suppressed by the mind starts to rise up. So it takes a bit of presence, a bit of just being with it, to actually stay in the present moment and come to a place of stopping, a bit of standing still, and not a fixed stillness, but a flowing, fluid kind of a stillness. And gradually he began to take action in spaces and times and places where he felt good, felt calm, felt all together, and he'd set the intention, take whatever inspired action may have been intuited from that space, and leave it alone. The biggest difficulty he had was leaving it alone. We just don't leave stuff alone, we continually mess with stuff. And how easily we leave ourselves, how easily we leave this present moment, we jump out of it. So for instance, this client has three or four businesses, and each one of those businesses, he's now acting from a very calm, cool, easy place, where he's not trying to make things happen, because he understands that once he is in alignment with himself and with the pure idea of what it is that he wants to create with good intention, it's actually coming about. And the less he messes with it, the better. She leaves it alone. In fact, he steps out of it into another place where he can observe and interact with these things. And how rare it is to find someone who is completely present, present, there, completely there. And completely here is about trust and about faith. It's about a belief that everything's okay, that you're okay, that your needs are being met, that what you want is coming about, and that you're loved, and that what you are right now is completely enough, and everything that gets added on is a bonus. When we don't believe those things, when we don't have a belief that we need to make things happen, that nothing happens unless you make it happen, that the world is possibly against you, that you're not supported, that you're not loved, that you're not okay, that what you want is not coming to you, and a million different introjected ideas about ourselves that we have. When you have all of those things, we can't be in the present. The present isn't a good place for us when we believe those things, when we feel those things. So we jump out of it. And you may find that there's times and places where you jump out of yourself, or you leave yourself. Maybe you get into incredible company and you flip back into some other version of yourself and you say, why on earth did I do that? Why on earth did I say that? Why on earth did I lose the beautiful poise and composure that I had? It's because we leave ourselves. Some internal small judgment of ourselves causes us to leave, to vacate ourselves. And very much the power of now, the true real power of now, is actually coming back to the vacant building, which is ourselves, and inhabiting ourselves, being there. And I truly understand from many years of research, particularly recently, that nothing that's meant for you will pass you. But what's not meant for you, you'll never hold on to it. But we are never present for what we want. What we say we want, we're never present. So when we become present, when we trust that what's happening is happening for our good, what we've asked for is coming to us. We need to be present. We need to stay in that present moment and never leave. And you get to a place in this present moment awareness where you begin to truly and deeply accept at a deep level that the past and the future exist only as frequencies. That there is no other place other than right now. You might say, oh, but yesterday was yesterday. Tomorrow is tomorrow. I can see tomorrow. I can see it all clearly. I can see it all yesterday. There's no other place that exists other than a frequency that we can leave this present moment to plug into, or leave this present moment to plug into the past. But there is nothing. There is no future, concrete future. There's no concrete past. There's a presence, the present. That's it. Now, if you want to put in a CD and plug into something that happened yesterday, great. If you want to put in a CD and plug into something that you can want to imagine is happening tomorrow, great. But ultimately, unless you're here and present, very little happens. Everything happens in the present. And to the degree that we spend most of our lives in the future is the degree that we cause interference with the creative purity of the present. And this is a difficult thing to really, really grasp. Because fear propels us out of our bodies. It causes us to vacate ourselves and to live in the future, to live in imagined outcomes, imagined ideas, imagined fictions, imagined constructs, imagined ideas, imagined titles, and very much reality takes place only in the present moment. And this is why so many people, if they're given a life-threatening diagnosis or something big happens to them that cracks this future-paced construct, is they come crashing back to the present. And with stark realization, they realise that they haven't actually been living in their lives. They've been living in the room next door, or the building next door, but they haven't been home to themselves.